With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Howell, first play, going to throw it. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. Down to about the 37. The Seahawks at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. There's Charbonnet once again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing here, Howell. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Half 18, half 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Chip.
Throwing, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go, Shaq. Go, Shaq. Go, Shaq.
Now Howell. Complete to Smith and Jigba. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Howell going to audible to something else. In motion goes the tight end. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Back to Walker on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Now they go play action with Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Jones. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Okay, break. Stephanie.
And Walker has it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That's his longest run of the first quarter, and Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter, so that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Walker going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Charbonnet will score. Touchdown, Seattle. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. That one taken in by Neighbors. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And everyone wants a dynamic receiver on the outside, and he may take it to a new level. Slot fade, one of his favorite routes when he played at LSU. And head coach Brian Daboll, he loves the competitiveness that Neighbors brings to the table.
A give up the middle to Singletary. Down inside the 40.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Cadence, lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence.
Off the bootleg. Jones. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
14 yards that time for number 14.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Ready up.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Al now to throw it. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. He's into space past the 25. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Okay, here we go.
On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield. Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try for the first with Walker. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, his fifth rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and 8.
Half 18.
Looking to throw. Jones. Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Howell will throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Off play action. It's Howell. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
70 Timberwolves. Check Bobcat, check Bobcat. Go.
Howell. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Second and 10.
Tag. Viking 18. Buffalo 18. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Hut, go. Take go.
Here's Howell. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. One last shot before the break. Howell. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now a second and 10. Looking to throw. Jones got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Singletary. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down at 7. Back to throw. Jones.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Faking the handoff. Howell. Smith and Jigba with a grab. Room to maneuver at the 35. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a run with Singletary. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They run again with Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Back to throw, Howell. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll go play action. Howell over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. Jones. And now here's another interception. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. He's into space past the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 152 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's Walker. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Strong effort by Cameron Thomas to get there and stop him before he could even get to the line of scrimmage. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Drop low 80. Go, Reed, go.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Zach Charbonnet with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
That's caught downfield by Neighbors.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Check go.
Throwing here, Howell. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the...
Set up. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 160 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
18 back. 18 back. Warriors 70.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Powell.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Seattle. Oh, it's a wobbler here. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throwing Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Smash, smash. Come on, set.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Let's go now.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check that. Hurt. Ready.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here we go.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Okay, here we go.
Off the bootleg. Jones.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Jones.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
F-18, F-18.
Looking to throw. Jones.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On the counter, this is Singletary.
And he's got it down to the 28.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Second and 6.
Back to throw. Jones.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Off play action. Jones. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's going to be batted down and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here.
Let's go.
And they take a knee. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just